back to the Slam a Claw podcast, where your hosts, myself, Rowan,
Nolan Peterson,
and us too, we slam a claw before every episode, and we talk about life, I suppose. Last week we talked about our top 5 albums. Make sure to check out that episode if you haven't already. We really get into some of those albums and get into we talked a whole lot about Tinder Gold for like a minute.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, if you're interested in either of our musical tastes, that's gonna be that video is gonna be up by the time this is out.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good episode.
Pretty good episode, pretty fun, a little longer than usual, because we had some honorable mentions near the end there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this week, don't have a plan, but we didn't have a plan for any of the other episodes
Yeah,
before.
no, we usually just like wing it. We just have like a nice conversation.
Yeah, nice conversation. So, with that being said, Nolan, what's been up?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot?
I don't think a whole lot's been up for a long time. I've just been creating, you know?
Right.
I feel like that's what we've been doing for past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Has just been creating. Going through and making beats.
Yeah, dude.
Making videos. I put out that music video for my dad. Threw that up. It turned out pretty well.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I have actually yet to watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it yet. I can't remember. I don't know why. I saw it and I didn't immediately click on it.
Yeah, it was
I just knew it wasn't you and your dad's, so for some reason that made it less of a priority.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, it was just a compilation of like different. The song is called Sports, so it's like a mixture of old sports clips and stuff.
Right.
But like I edited them.
Right. Yeah.
Do my thing to it.
What type of style is the music?
It's very electronic, like drum and bass, very fast paced.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's just him. It's not like him in a band.
No, just him.
Gotcha.
He does everything. He gets the samples. He messes with the samples. He composes it. He does everything from start to finish.
Is he making any money from it?
I don't think so.
Gotcha.
He's got a Spotify page at Amatic.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's rad. Link in the description if we remember.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad, dude. Yeah, I want to get a Spotify page, but it's like that's where I want my polished stuff to be.
Yeah.
Is on Spotify.
Understood.
Right now it's just SoundCloud, and I mean the link is out there. It's associated to my YouTube channel, but like I'm not giving it to anybody.
Yeah,
you got to
understood.
try to find it if you want it.
You gotta
know what I
dig.
mean?
You gotta be a fan.
You gotta be a fan. Like that's something I think about all the time. Is building this sort of
Fan base.
world.
Yeah.
No, like not even just a fan base, but like this world for my fans to dig into.
Okay.
Because like if someone wanted to, bro, like they could like look at all my drawings on my Instagram art page. They could listen to all the songs I have on my SoundCloud. They could watch all the videos I have on my YouTube page, and they could read. If they wanted to, they could read all of my blog posts that have been just talking about my life.
Yep.
All through this year, you know what I mean? And they could really get under my brain, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I sort of want. I want people to do that. And like, that's so narcissistic, dude. It's
no,
like
but I feel that. It's like, when I read your blog post, it was definitely like an insight into your life.
Right.
So it's like, I almost feel like I understand you more and where you're coming from, from that blog post and from your videos and from like the drawing aspect of things.
Right.
You're a very poetic person in what you do. So it's very interesting to deep dive into. I
love the artistry, you know what I mean? That's what I was talking about last episode, is that the artistry in certain projects, you know. I love the sort of Renaissanceian, I don't know if that's even a word, but the Renaissance flavor of it all, you know, doing all these multifaceted things, trying to tie it all together to create this sort of ethos. And listening to the Dissect podcast about Because the Internet has really shown me all the different layers that could possibly go into creating a world, you know what I mean? And a lot of the things I was doing sort of just like by instinct. I was sort of just incorporating all of this into my image, into my presence on the internet.
Understood.
And I think that has a lot to do with like seeing that like as an example through like Childish Gambino and other artists, like them doing multiple things on multiple platforms to build up to this like either a release or something like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have a favorite type of medium to go through? It seems like you're very audio oriented.
I would say audio and words, you know, like I feel like the blog posts are something I can really like spill into, I guess, you know, really do a lot of work into. And it allows me to sort of go back and think about my life again, you know, and sort of reflect exactly. And whether or not I'm reflecting and thinking about like the decisions I've made or anything like that, but I'm reflecting and thinking about just like that experience, trying to recount that, you know, trying to like think about it again and put myself back in that mindset to be able to recount it, how it felt, you know?
Yeah.
With the hindsight of now, right?
100%.
And it allows for some decent reflection. It makes me worried sometimes about like, how much exactly am I spending in the past? Like how much time am I spending about in the past, you know?
Yeah.
And living in the moment and experiencing life that way is sort of important to me, I suppose. Obviously, I love planning. You know, I touch into that type A personality a lot of the time, especially when it comes to this sort of business and creative stuff.
Yeah.
But in my personal life, I'm very not that way. I sort of just run with the flow and do whatever. And it's that, right? It's that sort of words that I like expressing into. But I guess the audio too, you know, I'm a really big fan of music. I like making music. I like that sort of medium as a thing to do, I guess, but like I feel so insecure with it and like
about putting it out
and like about the product, you know. I'm insecure about the quality of it, and I wish I was more confident, but it's something that it really shames me to like have the catalog of music in my head, I suppose, you know, because I can see the greatness that it could be achieved, right? And then I'm not living up to that expectation, I suppose.
But do you think you'll ever live up to that expectation?
I mean, if I'm being honest, probably not, because I think that expectation will be changing, constantly growing, you know, and getting bigger and bigger and impossible to meet. But I think through a lot of possible like self-reflection and through a lot of like meditation and thinking about these ideas of the idea that improving isn't necessarily like a bad thing. Yeah. Or, I'm sorry, that improving, the idea that thinking you should improve is a bad thing. It's sort of like this inherent jab at yourself, thinking that you're not good enough as you are. 100%. And that should be the first thing on your priority, you know. And there's a whole, I'm reading a book called Comfortable with Uncertainty. And I've been reading it for probably around a year now. I've been slowly just reading it over the course of that year, and I'm about like 30% through, so I haven't made a lot of progress, but there's a lot of teachings in it, and it's only like a page and a half worth of reading per chapter, but it's just talking you through these meditations to do to show loving kindness to yourself, and to truly show loving kindness to anything that isn't yourself is impossible to do without showing it to yourself first. Yeah. And to do that, you have to accept who you are as you are right now. And the idea that it's even sort of this paradox that you go to do these meditations to improve, right? Yeah. But then you have to sort of stop that thinking of, oh, I'm doing this to improve. Actually, I'm doing this to for this to be the act of loving kindness toward myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's that switch. It's not, oh, I'm bad right now, I need to change and be different and be better. It's, oh, I am who I am. I'm going to love myself and show loving kindness to myself by taking this time to either reflect or to sit there and to recognize thoughts as they go without reacting or trying to take notice. Like there's the process of labeling when you meditate, which is you're sitting there trying not to think, and that's almost impossible, so you end up thinking, but then you sort of catch yourself thinking, and you're like, you just think to yourself thinking when that happens, and you try to label it and go back to focusing like on your breathing, something more physical that you're going to be doing anyway. And there's a lot of ways and different ways to focus on your breathing that you can learn, but meditating is something I haven't been doing recently. This is all stuff I've learned probably earlier this year is when I started meditating more regularly, but I sort of fell off the bandwagon around the summertime. But I still retain that knowledge, and I still pick up that book.
Yeah.
And even if I can't find the time or the motivation to actively meditate, when I find that motivation to at least read a page or two of that book, it sort of adds to that
arsenal.
Backpack,
yeah,
that arsenal of knowledge,
Oh.
But it's tough to not want to improve. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
understood.
It's interesting, and I don't know. It's just it's a quick thing to jump into. Like, oh, I need to change. I need to improve. I need to get better. It's like, no, chill out. You're perfect. You're fine. You're fine as just as you are. You don't need the stress of needing to improve. You just need to show loving kindness and think about it as like an enjoyment. Like, oh, I need to work on this song. Like, oh, how about you ask yourself, do you want to work on the song? And if you do, show the act of loving kindness to yourself and let you do what you want. You know what I mean? And just appreciate the process as much as you do the outcome.
Yeah.
And that's something we've talked about before. The outcome and shit.
Yeah. Understood.
Crazy. Whew, got long-winded there.
Yeah, deep shit.
Deep shit, I guess, dude. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot,
Yeah.
That's to tie it back to the whole world building thing. That's something that I'm going to talk about in my upcoming blog post, because back in October is when I started listening to the Dissect podcast.
Yeah.
And that's sort of when it opened my eyes to what I had been doing sort of all along without recognizing it. That sort of world building, like creating, because like on my art page, it's written good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's this different persona. And then on the music is like I'm finding my persona there. Right now at first it was going to be practice. That's why I was going to name the account. Yeah. It was going to be practice, and I remember having this like bar in my head where the punchline is like practice makes perfect. Yeah. Because I'm like referring to myself as practice, and I make it's just like this stupid self-serving line. But that like I did that, and I wasn't really like. I just didn't vibe with it anymore, and then I changed it to botch because I felt like everything I was doing, I was just like botching it, like just fucking it up, and that's what it is right now, and I think it's gonna stay that way for a minute. I can't, because
I find new inspiration.
Yeah, until I find exactly, and I'm okay. Like a lot of people I've talked to, because it's something I've struggled with, is this identity crisis. Yeah. With music, with my music, and the response I always get when I express these uncertainties is just like, just go by your name, or just pick something and then to change it later. And I want to build this sort of world more, and I'm wanting my name to be, or the name that I choose to be associated with the music that it's made with. There's that guy I was telling you about, maybe I was telling Mason more about it, but it's this group, I think they're, I can't remember the name exactly. I think it's War Is Over is a band. Okay. Healer is an artist, and then that Okay All Right is another artist. War Is Over is a band between two guys. They make sort of folk music, indie folk, and then Okay All Right is half of that band, half of that duo. and he makes sort of indie rock solo.
Okay.
And then Healer is the same guy from OK Alright, and he makes like ukulele rap.
Okay.
Sort of happy. It's the lyrics. The vibe is happy, but the lyrics are often sort of sad.
Yeah.
You know, when you really listen to them, you know, it's like, oh shit, this is sort of like heartbreaking. You know, and it's sort of half and half right now because he only has 2 songs out as Healer, and one of them is called The Cat's Meow, and that one's sort of like really lovey-dovey and cute.
Yeah.
And the other one's called I can't remember what it's called, but the other one's sort of like that happy vibe, but the lyrics are sad.
Yeah.
But both of those songs are good. I have Angelica's Room by War Is Over, the band, saved, and that song's really nice. And I'm not sure if it's indie folk. It might just be indie rock.
Okay.
I can't remember. And Wisteria is a song by OK Alright that I also like. And, you know, that's just very inspiring to see that, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it is way more expensive because you're having to pay the distribution charge for multiple names.
Yeah.
Which would suck.
100%.
Because I think it's like $20 a month
Per
name.
Yeah.
And then it's like 2 songs a month per song if you're just releasing a single, and then like something like that for an album or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of DistroKid because I feel like that's what I would use.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments if you don't think I should use DistroKid, because right now everything I think is DistroKid. Is like, that's why I think is the move.
Yeah.
That's just me though. Yeah, dude, I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. You're bringing in some insights.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy, right? I have those insights, bro. Fucking subscribe to my newsletter. Read my blog, people. No one reads my blog. I'm pissed about it. No, I'm not pissed. It's just like, I want more people to read it, but it's long as hell. That's the thing. Like, no one has.
It's not that long.
No?
No.
It's like 6,000 words.
Yeah, but it goes by super fast because it's all broken down by months.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to read.
I also got a Snapchat from Mason. Should we open it live on the air?
Oh, I didn't get a Snapchat from Mason.
I got a Snapchat.
What the hell?
I hope it's nothing. I really hope I'm not going to regret this, you know what I mean? Oh, shit.
What is it?
Mason asked if we posted the Slamaclaw yet. Ayo, vid comes out tomorrow. New episode comes out Monday. Ay. Sick, bro. Shout out to Mason, roommate.
Hell yeah.
Practically am his roommate too on Saturdays.
Hell yeah, super cool guy.
It's got a snake.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah, we talked about the snake. Yeah, it's a black snake.
Fucking black mongoose, dude. Fucking thing is gigantic.
No, it's like this big. It's a little tiny guy. I have to feed it little mice and stuff every once in a while.
Baby mice, live baby mice are bought,
and they scream.
And oh my god, why'd you say that?
They scream. It's pretty.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, a little
seems
bit.
pretty fucked up.
No, it's not that bad.
This is the perfect segue. So, I read a book. Can you believe it, guys? I read for the fun of it. Like, no one was paying me, or like no one was telling me.
You don't have to write a report or anything?
No, yeah. Mac Colbo. Don't know. Sorry, can't remember. But his name is Matt. He's a Canadian YouTuber on the rise, dude. You're gonna find out about him if you haven't already.
Okay.
He's super funny, does these awesome sketch videos, and also just sort of improv comedy videos.
Cool.
And I follow him on Instagram, and he posted this video, and at the very end, he just sort of randomly mentioned this book called The Sailor Who Fell from Grace with the Sea.
Okay.
By Yukio Mishima. Or maybe it's Mishima. I think it's Mishima. And it's this Japanese book that was translated by this guy named John Nathan. And it follows the story of this 13-year-old boy named Narubo. Or maybe it's Noboru. I think it's Noboru.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Like I said, I read it, but like when you see the names that you don't know how to pronounce, you just sort of say like easy shit to remember, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not actually the name, it kind of fucks you in right now.
Yeah, when it's live.
When it's live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. You ever seen that clip?
Yeah. Who was that? John Riley?
Oh, dude, I have no idea. John C. Riley?
Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, sounds that might be right.
Let me take a... You say something while I take a sip.
Slam McClaw is sponsored by Anchor, and...
Okay, let me cut that off real fast. See, people have already fast-forwarded. They're already, like, gone. They stopped listening.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Okay, anywho. The facts are that this book is kind of short. I read it in a day.
Okay.
But I was like really trying to read it in a day. That's why I was up until 3 a.m.
How long is this book?
I looked it up on readinglength.org or .com or whatever. And I typed it in and it says like 4 hours and 30 minutes if you read 250 words per minute.
Okay.
I do not read that fast.
Yeah.
I read like 130, maybe 170, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like very, very low for my age. And so I end up and reading this book, trying to like really fucking rush it through, and it's super hard to read sometimes because it's like translated from Japanese, but also it's like really beautifully written. You know, it's proper English. You know.
Yeah.
And very artsy in the way it's talking, and it follows Noboru and his mother, Fusaku, maybe.
Okay, something like that.
And her husband, Noboru's father, died 5 years prior, and he's 13, and then he's like the boy is like super into sailing, and sailors and ships and stuff, and he's a part of this gang at his school, and they're all like super smart, but they also all like they're sociopaths.
Okay.
They like train themselves to not feel anything. So they go and meet together and do heinous things to try and like test their not feeling.
Yes.
So they
trying to become desensitized.
Exactly.
Okay.
They call it like the quest for dispassion.
Okay.
And
Weird.
And so like they find a kitten and they kill it and they skin it and they like test each other for like how long they can't like feel about it.
Yeah.
And they also do this with like sex. They like look at pictures of sex and like not feel anything to test their willpower and stuff like that, and the author of the book is like subscribes to this mentality like in life.
Real life.
In real life.
Okay.
And it's from like the 1960s too, and so, or maybe it's I think it's from the 1960s, but he was like this sort of samurai, like that's how he felt about the world. Like he should, like men should have been raised as samurai, and like he prescribed to this sort of honoring the emperor and all this stuff, right? And fuck. So they're all fucked up, right? They're all like little sociopaths running amok and killing cats. And they see the boy goes on a ship, and they meet a sailor, and the mom is like, "Can you show my boy around?" And the sailor's like, "Yo, what's up?"
What's up?
Saw, dude. But like the mom like swoons for him. They fall in love, and they hang out, and then he has to go back to the sea again, and they write letters, and they fall in love over letters, you know.
Yeah.
And the boy is like idolizing him because he has his glory. Like he is out there on the sea. Like that's where his glory is. That's where his honor lies. And, he has gotten that, and he's amazing, and this is a man I can look up to, right? Mm. And he gets back, and he doesn't want to go out to sea again. He realizes that like the sea is like kind of lame. It's not where my glory is. I really love this woman. I want to stay here and work for her in her shop that she has. Yeah. And the boy, this guy is becoming this father figure to him. And he's becoming more paternal, and he's seeing that as like him weakening. He doesn't like that. Yeah. He's like, this fool is so embarrassing. Like this guy is an idiot. Mm. He's like, I can't believe he's a father. Like, right, he's trying to be a father to me right now. He was so cool, right? He lost his sort of his glory, his honor by not returning to the sea. And so, okay, let me take a breath, take a minute. we're live on the air, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stress. So that all happens. The boys in the gang, the boy lies to his mom about where he's going. He's going to hang out with the boys. And they're like out in the town and they see the sailor who's like drenched. He's drenched in water. And he's like, what the fuck are you, like, why are you drenched? And he's like, oh, I took like a quick little rinse at the fountain because it's like super hot there.
Yeah.
And he figured that the clothes would dry off anyway in the sun. And the boy is like so embarrassed by him. And then he, like, the guy starts talking about his tales from sea, and he starts like swooning over those ideas again, you know?
Yeah.
And more like and he's like talking about how he has that sort of grin. He sounds like the people who want to be cool with the kids, you know what I mean? And he's just so cringy and he hates them now. And he's like talking to his boys about this, and the fucking chief of the gang, he's like, you know, we could kill him. And like, and the reasoning behind that is that they want to they want to restore his glory and his honor.
Yeah.
So they want to lure him in and have him talk about the sea and then kill him while he's talking about the sea. And so basically that happens. And that's how like the book ends, but you don't know exactly if he dies, but it's pretty much exactly what happens. And also, kind of a side plot, I guess. Not really. It's just sort of a weird thing going on. The boy in his room every night before the sailor got there, the mom would lock him in his room every night because like one time he tried to sneak out.
Yeah.
And in his room, in the closet, is this dresser. And if he takes the drawer out of the dresser, there's a hole that looks into his mother's room. And he would watch her be like undress and like for bed and like sit. For some reason he like noticed that she would sit naked on her bed for like hours at a time, or like maybe not hours at a time, but like before bed, you know. And he would just like watch her and like notice her body and stuff like that.
Weird.
Super weird shit. And then like the sailor comes by and he watches her have sex with him and like watches that all happen. And the way that is described through the child's eyes, I guess, is like so crazy, and it's like so different. Like it just describes it as like two masses. Like you're not noticing you're watching people have sex at first, and I feel like that's because like the kid doesn't know that. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. It's like, oh shit, is that what's happening? Oh my god, you know, I can't believe, you know what I mean? That's sort of what you feel when you read it. So that is happening, and then the mother stops locking the door at night when the sailor is there. Yeah. Because the sailor's like, he's like blah blah blah, you know. Yeah. And he like hasn't done it because he doesn't want them to walk in when he's doing it, and then like they do walk in when he's doing it, and then like she hits him, and then she's like, no, like I want the sailor to punish you, like the sailor has to beat you till you're like inches of death so you never do this again. And the sailor comes in and he has this thought of like, I don't want to beat him, you know, I want to talk to him, I don't want to have any repercussions from me beating him, you know what I mean? And so he does this and he sits down and he talks to him, and this is when like the son is just like, you fucking weak ass motherfucker, bro, like you're trying to be a father to me, like you have died, like you have no glory, you have no honor at all. And it's like such a wild story, bro.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
It's fucking insane, bro. And I don't remember like why. Oh, because of the cat and the mice. I brought that up because the cat gets mutilated. Okay. And you're killing mice.
Oh, that's what this roundabout's to? Oh, this goes... Oh my god. That entire thing was because I feed a snake a tiny baby mouse.
Yeah, dude, I'm practically saying that you watch your mom have sex.
Oh my god.
Oh, gosh, dude.
No, my parents don't even sleep in the same bed.
You have to go and you have to spill more than that, because that means something.
Not really, though. It's just like my dad is very non-affectionate as far as like he doesn't like swoon over my mom, I guess. Okay. Like it's not very like I wasn't raised in a very lovey-dovey household.
Right.
I was
hugs and kisses and hand holding.
Yeah, I was very much.
I was like spit on and leashed.
Yeah, no, I was more of like a pat on the back from my dad kind of guy.
Right.
So.
But when that happens, do you like cry a little?
No.
Okay.
It was
okay.
So like,
I feel like I would, like, if I got a pat on the back from like a parental, like an older father parental figure, I would cry a little bit.
No, it was like I guess I've just been in it for so long that like I don't even think about it anymore. But like my parents don't sleep in the same bed, but it's mainly because one, my dad likes video games.
Right.
So he stays up all night playing video games. And two, he makes music at night. So he's downstairs making music. So he does like what I do, and
do they like each other?
Yeah. No, they're very like they've been together since like high school.
Right.
They're like like the marriage isn't at stake. It's never been at stake.
What if they get divorced when you're further into your adulthood? What would that feel like?
I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be like I don't expect it.
Right. It would still be a surprise.
Because my dad's much like he's a very big fixer.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
he would make it work.
Yes.
Right.
Regardless of what happens, my dad.
I think he has.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like he's always been the kind of person to just be like, no, I'll just fix it.
Right.
And just take care of it. That way, it's not like a problem anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I don't expect it. It wouldn't be like a total shock to anybody, but like just because it's like everybody in our family has gotten a divorce, so it's like it wouldn't be unexpected.
Yeah.
But it would be very like, wow, dang, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just because it's lasted so long. It's probably been 30 years. No, they're not that old. Like that means they got together at 10.
My parents are 87.
No, my parents are pretty young. My mom's 39.
That is pretty young.
And my dad is 40, just turned 40.
Wow. My mom is 51. So she's on...
She had you at a proper age.
She had me at 30 years old.
Yeah.
And she had my older brother at 25.
Dang. Yeah, my
Could you imagine 4 more years from now having a child?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, no, it'd be pretty wild. I don't think I'm at the level of maturity enough
The thing is, like, I love the idea of raising a little me. I think we might have talked about this, if not on the podcast, just within each other. And whatever that means.
Within each other?
And
you ever think about kids?
That was perfect. You ever think about hey, look at
Wake
me.
up.
Wake up. Oh God, wake up, dude. Hey, wake up. Hey. You ever think about kids?
Yeah. What do you think about them?
No. Hey, what you thinking about? So we have talked about having kids, you and I, together.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of raising a little me, right? I love that narcissistic fucking, I want this little person to be me but better.
Okay, understood.
And I think that's one, kind of fucked. I think it's two, not good for the environment. And I think it's three, fucked because there's other kids that want homes. And a lot more than like nature, like there's a lot more things that change about you versus nurture and versus
nature versus nurture.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of ways I can influence a child by just nurturing them in the way I nurture them, you know? But I think it would be impossible not to think of like, if there's a problem genetically that happens, then I can feel like it's not my fault. And I can blame someone else or like blame them. That seems a little tricky, you know what I mean? Like,
why's your nose like that?
No, like, why do you have a predisposition for like X illness, you know what I mean? And, you know, obviously that's not their fault. You know, that's not anybody's fault. That's just the world. But I would be more able to accept it, I guess.
If it wasn't your fault.
If it was my predisposition, it's like, oh, I'm sorry I gave you that. It's like, fuck it, I'm sorry. You know? Like, I don't feel any responsibility for that for some reason. Yeah. But
I don't know. I'm more worried about the resentment.
That a child would have on you or you would have on a child?
That a child would have on me.
Okay.
Because, like...
You would be bad?
No. Like, I don't think I'd be bad. But it was just, like, I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to love it enough. Because I'm very, like... cut and dry in a lot of things, and I think that's a lot of the way that like my father raised me. It's very cut and dry, very just like analytical.
Right.
And I don't think I have the level of compassion to be able to, like, be able to deal with children's problems.
Right.
You know, it's like I don't get relationships yet. I don't get how people interact. I don't get like how that sort of stuff happens, and that's like that starts from a developmental age. Like you're supposed to like know these kind of things, and it's just like I'm still learning how to like talk to girls. It's like I don't know, Timmy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, are you supposed
to learn together?
Yeah.
I guess what you and I, man. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, let's go to the strip club. Right. What are you, 6?
You want to see some ass?
Yeah. It's like, and that's my go-to. You know, it's
Is
like
the strip club.
No, no, it's like the very like a bro style of handling everything. You know,
it's
like,
dangerous, dude.
Exactly.
It's dangerous.
It's like I can't tell. Like just like
especially when you don't have any like friends who are girls.
Exactly.
You're not trying to bone.
Yeah. I mean, Natalia.
I guess so, but she's like pretty bro-y.
Yeah, very, very true.
And she's not in touch with her emotions at all either.
I
mean, more so than either us,
yes.
You know, but like she says herself that she's not coping with things at all.
Yeah, but it's just like at least she's aware of it. And
I mean, you're aware of it.
Yeah, but it's like I just don't know the path to take from that point.
Right.
In which to understand like how to interact with other people.
Okay. Do you remember what we were saying at all?
Just about being a father.
Whoa! What? How did we get to talking about fatherhood?
It's probably from the baby mouse again. It's probably stemmed from that. You're like, oh, baby mouse, baby person.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are you feeding baby children to the snake? I told you it was a black mongoose and it was ginormous.
Yeah. No, it's at least fucking up the ground.
The head only.
Yeah.
That's just the head.
You should see its dick.
Have you ever seen a snake dick though?
It looks like a.
Like their tongues?
Yeah, kind of, but it's like on the bottom side of it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We don't know exactly what sex
what that snake is?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Why not?
It's not big enough to like open up its cloaca.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
Because that's
open up its cloaca? That's birds.
No, it's got a cloaca.
No way.
Everything comes out of one hole.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love cloacas, dude. I honestly kind of wish I had one.
A cloaca, just a...
I mean, I would just like to drop everything sometimes.
But then your dick would also be your ass. Would you want a dick ass?
Do you want a dick ass? No, I don't want a dick ass. You're right. That's a good call.
I can't drape a dick ass over my wrist.
What?
You know where you go like, what time is it? And then you have your dick across your wrist? Never done that? No? That's like my favorite party trick.
What type of parties are you going to?
Dick out parties?
Dick out parties, yeah. Everyone just shows up with their dick out.
No, I've never done it in real life, but like...
I've done the thumb. You ever do the thumb?
You stick
gag?
your thumb through your...
No, you pretend like your dick is your thumb.
Yeah, you stick it through your pants?
Yeah.
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 And you make pee come out of it?
Make pee come out of it?
Yeah, just...
I don't make pee come out of it.
Yeah, pee doesn't come out of my dick.
Yeah, I mean, I have a cloaca.
Yeah, same.
Like I said...
My urethra is just threaded different.
Your ear throw?
My urethra?
Urethra is threaded different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's along a shaft.
Yeah, understood. But if like the dick hole and the pee hole were like two separate holes, so like the pee hole came out the bottom and everything else came out the dick hole.
Like those vibrators that have the clitoral.
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
But like it's pee and not.
Pee and other.
And other, yeah.
Other fluid.
Do you know if vasectomy is reversible?
Yes, I want to get a vasectomy.
I want to get a vasectomy. Bro.
Dude, let's get vasectomies together.
We should get Mason to film us getting vasectomies.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome.
We would literally be the next Rhett and Link, bro.
Oh my god.
Because they did that too.
Did they?
Yeah, they got vasectomies together.
Let's do it.
I think we should.
They're not that expensive either.
I don't know about that.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
They make you wait.
Make you wait how long?
Well, they made me wait like a year.
Why?
Because they're like, are you sure you want to make this decision? I was like, yes. And I still do.
Yes.
It's been about a year, so I can go back and be like, hey, snip my shit.
Snip my shit, bitch.
Yeah,
exactly. That's our next track, too.
Snip my shit?
Snip my shit, and it's just us rapping about wanting vasectomy.
Yeah, just getting our dicks cut open.
That'd be great. Oh, that's such a good idea.
It's not that invasive of a surgery either.
No.
It's literally just a tiny
little thing, and then you sever them, and then you can connect them later.
Yep. It's the easiest surgery.
It's yeah. We would be a pioneer. Honestly, I think we would. I think we would be the pioneers in young males getting birth control, bro. Like, because that's like one of the only male birth control
there
methods,
is.
You know,
I don't think there's a pill.
I think it's in trials. I think there's
but it's
stuff
been in trials for years.
Probably, yeah. I think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it would be so beneficial.
100%.
I think it would be just like...
It alleviates the worry of anything until you're ready.
I mean, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the sex is just that much better, bro. And I bet chicks think it's hot. I bet they do. I bet they do. It's like...
But girls have baby fever.
But that's okay. They know it's reversible. They don't. Instead of poking a hole through your condom, they just talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
true.
Yeah.
True. Then you don't got to worry about nothing.
Exactly. It's just
my parents are on board with it.
With you getting a vasectomy. Yeah. I mean, I bet they are,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
They don't want a little Nolan running around either.
No. Nobody does.
Nobody does. Not right now.
No.
No, that would be fucking crazy, right? Right now, some people our age are having
babies. Doubles?
Yeah, I know.
They're going doubles?
They're going doubles, bro. It's like
2 babies.
That's what doubles means.
Yeah.
They got twins. I know people with twins.
Jesus, I can't imagine like having double babies.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having 1 baby.
I mean, I could.
You could.
Have you ever seen the movie Big Daddy?
Yes, I love it. Adam Sandler, once again.
Hell yeah, dude. I saw that not that long ago. I saw it last week.
It's good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's so funny.
But that kid's already like grown.
In that movie?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I would
Big
too.
Daddy it. I'd Big Daddy it.
I would Big Daddy it, but like, from start to finish, that's a little different.
I wouldn't take it from the start.
What do you mean?
I don't like the baby part.
I don't either.
I like seeing them, maybe touching them. You know,
yeah,
but
just
like,
give it a like.
Give it a little
high five.
Yeah, exactly. High five. Oh, I thought you were just clapping in his face.
Oh,
they like that too.
Oh, do they?
I mean, yeah.
I haven't been around a whole lot of babies.
This gets back to that thing.
I
bro.
know.
What the hell?
With the wrinkly ball sack.
Don't talk to me about the wrinkly ball sack, dude. We can't revisit that. Oh gosh. Yes, we're all born with wrinkly ball sacks.
Okay.
To definitively answer your question.
Okay, understood. I now know this.
But I would prefer a toddler, a 5-year-old. You know.
Me too.
3. Yeah, I would do 3
because they can walk.
They can walk. They can talk. They're fun. They're funny. They're just cool.
Yeah.
And you can reason with them pretty well.
Yeah.
As long as you raise them right.
Yeah.
You can reason with these children if you raise them right, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta explain it to them. Treat them like people. And that's my whole fucking philosophy, bro, is that
just treat children like people?
Just treat children like people. It's just easy. It seems easy.
Yeah.
Just talk, they have people, they have emotions, you know, talk to them about their feelings. And then they'll grow up feeling that that's normal, which it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not feeling so shut out.
And not feeling shut out or, like, afraid of showing their feelings. It's a positive cycle.
Yeah, it's a different avenue to raise your child not feeling anything. You know, because it's like,
right.
I feel like I was raised to just kind of suck it up and very much just be like, okay.
Right.
Yep, understood.
Yes.
And so, like, I never really understood. It's like, why do I feel shitty all the time? You know? So it's just like, I never really understood why that was a thing. And now with, like, new mental health research and everything, it's, like, a little bit better.
Right.
But it's, like, still feel shitty. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like...
It's not easy.
So it's, like, definitely reading books and looking into this kind of stuff is helpful to be able to find an avenue that works for you to be able to not feel shitty all the time.
Yeah. And I think there's, like, this filter that we always put on when we experience those things. It's like, it's this, like, I think it's a good filter to have. It allows new information to be more tolerable.
Yeah.
But you sort of filter out the stuff you don't agree with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's sort of how horoscopes work, you know what I mean? You just sort of do it instinctually, you know?
Yeah.
You sort of read this thing that's tailored to you, and you know that it's tailored to who you are because you're picking your sign, right? But even if there's some parts that don't align with you personally, you just sort of, like, ignore them, right?
Yeah.
And you accept it anyway. But, like, during this process of doing, like, mental health research for yourself, right? Reading books, like you were saying, like, there's moments in those books for sure that are like a little, either for me like a little cringy or like a little bit
it's
like much or
it
like
seems a little bit like fruity.
Yeah, I guess
for
so,
like
yeah.
how it is. It's just like it's definitely taken me a long time to realize that like shit's not gay all the time. You know, because like I was in the bro mentality for so long. I was in football. I was living in Golden, where you kind of just like had to have a bro mentality.
Yeah, it seems damaging, bro. Like it seems fucked.
Yeah, so it's just like coming and being like, okay, I now have to deal with my emotions.
Right.
It seems gay. It's just like I don't know like how else to describe like that feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't be doing
less
this.
masculine.
Yes.
It's less masculine. It seems feminine.
Yeah.
It seems like you're weak.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like you are more fragile. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to that's something I picked up on. Like one of the first times we hung out was the bro mentality. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just like. It's so different because like I said, like a lot of my friends are females, you know, and that's sort of, I don't know if that's because how I was raised, like in a female dominated household, like regardless of how things ended up with my brother, but like it did affect me, you know, and I just relate more to girls. It's just easier to talk to them. Like I'm not as insecure around them as I am with guys. Like, but I
picked up on the bro mentality.
I picked up on the bro mentality with you because like it was so different from how I had been interacting with people. You know, I'm so conscious of like referring. Honestly, this is something that I struggle with, and I know my friend Levon, if he's listening, shout out to Levon, struggles with as well. But like referring to women as bitches, it's so easy to say like that bitch or like. These bitches I was talking to.
I say chicks.
Yeah.
I think I say chicks a lot more than I say bitches.
Exactly. And like I say bitches often, and it's something I want to fix about or not fix, getting back to what we were talking about earlier about like improvement, but it's something I want to be better about. And I want to start saying either like just women or ladies.
Yeah.
I know that my friend Levon is saying females. I saw this kind of, it was sort of a transgender post about saying females and how that's sort of more like assuming with like transphobia and stuff like that, like not allowing, like it's sort of unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
And you could just say ladies or like women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
something more general.
Something more general, I suppose.
Not so specific to females.
Exactly. And so if you're listening to Levon, maybe that's something to consider. I know it's something I've got sort of in my knowledge of things to be aware of.
Do you think it's because we listen to like rap music so often?
I don't know. Maybe. I think it's because Yeah. I think it's rap music. Because I don't...
like the culture that we grew up in.
Right.
I feel like it was way more accepting of bitches than like women.
Right.
You're saying like...
I got a bad bitch. I don't got a bad woman.
Yeah, exactly. That means two different things, you know? It's like, oh, my woman is bad. It's like, oh, man, that sucks for you. But then it's like, I got a bad bitch. It's like oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
What's her at?
What's her at? Yeah. Something I was thinking about when you talked about rap music was that, like, I don't talk to a lot of different people about my relationships with people. And a lot of the context I get for relationships nowadays is rap music, I suppose. Like, a lot, not like fuck bitches get money rap music, but like sort of melancholy or lovey-dovey longing for something rap music.
Yeah,
you know, that's sort of more of like poetic sort of things. And sometimes they can refer to women as bitches, and like that sort of just gives me like a lot of the times it gives me validation in my own sort of nuanced situations that I find myself in.
Yeah.
But sometimes I guess it can sort of bleed into my subconscious of like, I was talking to this bitch, you know what I mean? And that's how I start some stories too, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not a good way to start something.
Yeah, no, going into it predisposed, she's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you the situation first. Yeah, it's interesting. It's sort of limiting, I guess, in a way. in the audience's view set of the person that you're talking about, you know. And I'm not a woman, but I can imagine it being sort of like degrading. Yeah, I guess like it would kind of be hurtful, at least, maybe, like just feels bad, I would imagine. Not feel good, like, oh, I'm one of those. You know? Or I hope he doesn't think I'm one of those.
Yeah.
You know?
Understood.
It's just it's a bad habit, I suppose, and that's something that I do, you know. I don't know. Well, we were talking about
like relationships, kind of.
I guess so, man.
I don't know. Like, this isn't a relationship advice podcast, but
No,
but it's definitely like
a complaint about our lives.
Yeah, that's basically all this is. It's just like, here's all of our problems. Take with it what you will. Hopefully,
here's us unloading onto you.
Yeah, hopefully you learn something.
Every week, Monday, 3 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Mountain Time.
Yeah, you'll learn something about yourself that you didn't know.
Maybe you'll learn something about us that you didn't know.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe you know us really well.
Yeah.
The only people who
Mom.
Mom. I told you not to watch this.
Did you? Did you tell your mom not to watch?
I didn't tell my mom not to watch. I haven't told her, though.
I've told my parents that I have a podcast, but
right.
I haven't given them a link or anything.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I keep my... This is a good topic. I don't talk to my mom about much.
Okay.
It's pretty secretive, my life, to her.
I keep it that way with my mother as well.
Yeah, it's just like... The thing is, like, it's all out there, right? If she had the desire to explore, right? If she wanted to, she could Google my name on anything and find out, and that'd be okay with me, you know. That's why I keep everything public. Yeah. But like, just because I'm not sharing
it directly with her,
or even on Facebook, because that's where she is.
Ooh.
And then she doesn't see it.
I don't use Facebook.
I don't use Facebook either, but like I have one.
Yeah.
My mom has one. And I did the last things I posted there after I updated my profile after me and Savannah broke up was like my Substack, which is my blog newsletter email. Subscribe to my Substack if you want. You can also support us there, or support me. So I posted a link to my Substack and my Weebly website, which I don't have a custom domain yet for, which is all right. I mean, I fuck with the .weebly.com. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm a poor bitch. And I don't know. I posted those and she liked them. I think she like hearted them or whatever, and so that makes me think that she's at least knows that those exist, right? Yeah. But I haven't heard anything about the videos of me smoking yet. You know?
Is there a lot of those?
There's just like, in most of the drawing videos, you can see my wax pen. In one of the vlog videos, it's just a video of me rolling, but I had to like censor it because it's because YouTube. And I thought it'd be funny, you know, because it's just this pixelated bullshit. Yeah. And, you know, that happens. Yeah. And so I'm just waiting to hear from her about those if she hasn't already seen them, which I don't think she has.
How did you start smoking?
How? So I went camping for my friend Magnolia's birthday party. Okay. It was like 5, maybe 4 of us. It was 2017. It was her 17th birthday, and I smoked out of a pipe around a campfire. And I didn't get high, but I went to bed and I talked in my sleep, and there's a host of stories about that. Oh yeah. My first time being high was with my friend Levon. Shout out again, our boy. And we used to ride bikes down at River Point. Okay. Kind of Inglewood area. And we would ride bikes along this path, along this creek, around the river of the point. And we pulled off, got into like sort of a clearing near the side of the creek, and he busted out this tiny little bong, and I took like 4 or 5 rips from the tiny little bong, and I got super stoned, and then we rode our bikes to Subway, got some Subway. I remember chewing on my finger, like picking at some cuticle skin, and then by the end of it seeing like it's just so much blood everywhere. I was just imagining the fucking Subway guy watching me order my sandwich while like zombieing my hand off. Jesus. And then we went to see Spider-Man Homecoming, and I remember the fucking commercials taking so long.
So it's pretty recently. Spider-Man Homecoming didn't come out until like 2017.
Right, it came out that year, yeah.
Damn.
2017, that's what I said?
Yeah, no, I've never been like a big smoker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess fairly recently, because a lot of my friends have been doing it since like freshman year of high school and like middle school.
That's where I thought like it started.
For me?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I guess I was a late bloomer, but now I'm an enthusiast.
Hell yeah.
No, I also had some conversations with my mom about smoking recently, because she also recently found out that I smoke.
How was that?
It was all right. She obviously like wish I didn't do it, but like she was okay with it because it's like something people do and are able to do, you know. And she's trying to be cool about it, but I can tell that it's like a little tricky for her to navigate.
Understood.
And we're just trying to be honest and communicate to each other. It's pretty whack.
Pretty gay.
Pretty gay. Pretty fucking stupid. Yeah. What about you? I mean, like, your parents know you get fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
That seems like an entirely different dynamic.
Yeah, no. Like, when I go hard, I go hard.
Mm-hmm.
I never... It's either black out or back out. So, I never... Like, it's hard to find my limits on everything if I never hit that end limit. Just because it's like, I don't know how much I could take of one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm big into, like, psychedelics and stuff. Like, I did mushrooms a handful of times. I did LSD a handful of times. And it's like, it's always been a positive experience because my parents are very excluded from that. Plus, it doesn't really show up on a drug test too far out, you know?
Right.
It's like, if I smoke weed, since I am, like, CDL certified,
right,
I can't really, like, it's a month before I can get tested again.
Right.
And it doesn't show up. So it's a little bit more dangerous for me to smoke weed than it is to do pretty much anything else.
So whack.
Yeah, so it's like the easiest drug to obtain is the one I can't do. So it's just like, that's why I turned to psychedelics.
Exactly.
But like every time I do psychedelics, it's definitely like a learning experience. I never take it for granted. I always try to like take it in and try to expand on my knowledge about myself.
Gotcha.
Because it allows me to like not put up barriers in my head. That's why I do psychedelics like often, just because it's like not, because I feel like I put up a lot of barriers for myself when I'm not high on LSD generally. So it's easier for me to like break down what I'm doing and how I'm doing things and understand why I do those things.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I think that's a good point to end.
Yeah.
If you want to learn more about LSD, hit up Nolan on Instagram.
Hell
I'll tell you all about it.
At Nolan Peterson.
At Nolan Peterson. Shout out to the Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos. Every Sunday they come out. You can catch the audio to this episode a week prior on Mondays. And we'll catch you guys next week. Tweet at us. Nope, just kidding. We don't have Twitter. I mean, you could tweet at us. Our handles are pretty much the same anyway. I think, yeah. So, peace out. Should I do the brush your hair thing again?
Yeah, brush your hair.
Brush your hair, guys. Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, follow us on TikTok at SlamAclopPod.
SlamAclopPod. Come on, guys. You know how to find us. Thanks for you know.